Common emitter configuration. Common emitter configuration is also called grounded emitter configuration. Here, collector becomes the output terminal, base becomes the input terminal, and emitter becomes the common terminal. The input and output characteristics are realized using CE Configuration Lab Test Bench. Input characteristics. To determine the input characteristic, the collector to emitter voltage is kept constant at 0 volts. Base current is increased from 0 in equal steps by increasing the base to emitter voltage V sub BE in the text bench setup. For each increase in the values of I sub B, values of V sub BE are noted. This procedure is repeated for higher fixed values of V sub CE, and the curves of I sub B versus V sub BE are drawn from the previous reading. The I sub B versus V sub BE curve shifts to right as V sub CE increases. Thus, the input characteristic of CE configuration is obtained. Output characteristics. The basic requirement needed for obtaining the output characteristic is to keep the base current I sub B at a particular value by varying the base emitter voltage V sub BE. The collector emitter voltage V sub CE is increased gradually in equal steps starting from 0, and for each rise in V sub CE, the emitter current I sub E is noted. For different values of base current I sub B, the curves in the graph I sub C versus V sub CE are plotted. Thus, the output characteristics are obtained.